AM 560, The Answer.
You're listening to Get Down to Business, where I record in the lovely AM 560 The Answer Studios in Elk Grove Village, where apparently we are neighbors with the Jarosch Bakery. I'm thrilled to be joined by co-owner Ken Jarosch of Jarosch Bakery right there on Arlington Heights Road. Ken, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about the bakery and the products that you have. I'm looking at some of your delicious brownies right now.
Yeah, thank you. We are a full-line scratch retail bakery. So what that means is that we pretty much make everything, breads, donuts, sweet rolls, coffee cakes, decorated cakes, wedding cakes, pies, all that stuff.
How long have you been in business?
Our business has been there since 1959, so we're going to be celebrating 56 years this October. My grandfather and my father started it back when Elk Grove was the outskirts of Chicago.
Well, now it's so easily accessible right off the highway, and we bring in a lot of guests in over here, and now I get to send them over to the bakery, which I'm excited about.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay, good. So just earlier in the show, we actually talked about shopping local. Do you believe that a small business, I mean, you live it, you're a family-owned business, and you've got the small retail location. Do you believe that small businesses, small retail locations can compete with the big box retailers, and people are still willing to shop local?
I think there is a willingness for consumers to patronize local businesses, and I think local businesses have the opportunity to provide the really personal service that the big box stores just cannot do. There are exceptions. There are some really good big box stores out there, but we cater to people. We make our mistakes, sure, but we follow up. We're delivering, 24 cupcakes or something that we forgot to make, or we made them wrong, and we're doing that. I don't think you get that from Walmart.
Absolutely not. That personal attention and that ability to walk in and I'm sure you know many of your customers by name by now.
My wife does. I don't.
Okay.
They don't let me out in the front too often.
So how is it working with your wife in business? And she's going to be listening to the show, I'm assuming.
So I got to clean this up. Yeah, no, it's actually wonderful. If I did not work with her, I'd be spending most of my time at the bakery and would never see her. So it's great to have her there. She is an integral part of the business. I would have brought her along to this interview as well because she is, not only my life partner, she's my business partner, but she's at home recovering from wrist surgery. She broke both of her wrists about a week and a half ago playing with a volleyball with our son in the backyard. So that's throwing a little bit of a kink into the operation.
Well, Kathy, feel better.
Yeah, but we've all kind of pitched in at the bakery. My sister, who also works for us, has been working innumerable hours in Kathy's absence, as well as several other employees just really pitching in, and we're grateful to have a great crew there with us.
Well, retail is a tough business, I know, and it's sort of all hands on deck. But what do you think is the biggest challenge that you face as a small business owner?
As a small business owner, I think a challenge is reaching the public. In days gone by, you could put an ad in the paper, and lots of people would see it. And these days, just the older crowd will see that. And we don't know how to reach younger people. I define younger as the age of my kids, the just under 30.
So have you embraced social media and some of the other tools that are out there?
We have, and we're on Facebook, and we have a website, and I don't know that we tweet, but we do Facebook posts, and we have our niece working for us who is a 20-something person, and she does a great job just getting the word out, and we feel that is helping, but it's still a struggle to get to the audience, so to speak. Well,
good for you for embracing the new tools that are out there, but I say this all the time on the show. Social media, in my opinion, is a tool. A website is a tool. It sure doesn't replace the live in-person relationship. And I'm sure your customers, have a relationship with you. They came once and they're sold and they keep coming back.
They do, and we're very grateful for that. We enjoy an excellent reputation in the northwest suburbs. A lot of people used to live in Elk Grove. They've moved out to Barrington or Schaumburg or Naperville. And they keep coming back, and that's the greatest compliment we can have. So yeah, I mean, you talk about other challenges in our business, any small business. The government's not helping. State government's not helping. The threat of minimum wage increase is not something I'm looking forward to. Trying to make sure we're compliant with the Affordable Care Act, all that kind of stuff. It's a lot more complicated than it was when my dad and my grandfather opened this in the middle of nowhere, starting from scratch. They didn't have to deal with all this. They had other problems. They had to deal with other things. But
it's a tough regulation, and I know we spoke originally thanks to our connection through Heather at Tandem, and Tandem is they're a good resource, and we have them all the time on the show talking about updates in the climate in Illinois, and it is very tough. The Affordable Care Act is making things a little bit complicated.
It is. It's complicated, and speaking of Tandem, yeah, that's kind of how we met. And it's I'm very impressed with the work they're going to be doing with us and helping us do a better job of managing our doing our human resource management, because that is the biggest part of our business is our people, and so they're going to help us a lot with that. So that's good.
Well, from the look that Debbie's giving, I have a feeling she's going to be visiting your bakery real soon. So, Ken, we have less than a minute remaining. What's the address of Jarosch Bakery, and how can people get a hold of you?
Yeah, we're at 35 Arlington Heights Road. It's in Elk Grove Village. Basically, we're at the corner of Arlington Heights Road and Higgins in the Elk Grove Woods Plaza. It's the same shopping center as the Elk Grove Bowling Alley, the Rose Garden Restaurant, the Elk Grove Cyclery. We have a website, www.jaroschbakery.com. We're on Facebook.
Check out Jarosch Bakery, Arlington Heights Road, 35 Arlington Heights Road, and the phone number is 847-437-1234. 847-437-1234. Ken Jarosch, thanks for joining us on the program. We'll be sure to have you back. After the break, I'm going to be sharing some tips on how you can protect your small business computer network. You're listening to the show that's all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship.